And the starting lineups have concluded. So just sit right back and relax. We'll be back in just a moment.
The 2K Sports pregame show.
And in our game tonight, we've got the Chicago Bulls against the Milwaukee Bucks. Well, it was the Bucks in their last game with a loss to the Pacers. That game was a shootout. Defense will be the key tonight for them to bounce back with a win. How good is it to see Kristaps Porzingis out there? You know, the guy who drafted him, Phil Jackson, wondered whether his body would hold up to the NBA grind. Is that still a valid concern?
Well, you could say that about all 7-footers, a lot of them. There's an extra strain, as I wouldn't know, but Shaq probably would. Only Porzingis, you know, he could do the best, but his physical shape is possible. But being that tall, Shaq, is it an extra strain put on your body?
Well, I don't really know because I was a little thicker than he is. But he's a unicorn. When he's healthy, we know he has the potential to be a superstar. Keeping his body strong and flexible has to be a focus for this team.
That does it for us. Thanks for tuning in. We will see you later.
Welcome, everyone, to the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan along with Greg Anthony and Brent Barry. David Aldridge will be reporting from the sidelines. Here's a look now what's coming up for the Milwaukee Bucks. On Wednesday, we're taking on Paul Millsap and the Atlanta Hawks. Then on Thursday, they'll go up against Bradley Beal and the Portland Trail Blazers.
And for the matchup with the Jazz, they'll need to be at their best for this contest. Anything short of excellence, and they'll be in for a rough ride.
Now, the starting group for the Milwaukee Bucks. They've got Zach LaVine, Anunoby out there with Williamson. Then it's Markelle Fultz, and it's Williams at the pivot spot manning the middle. And for Chicago, you've got the Cobra, Otto Porter Jr. out there with Porzingis. Then it's Michael Porter, and it's DiVincenzo in at the 2 spot. Brent, 2 explosive backcourts. When you were playing, who was the toughest guard that you found to defend?
Well, I would start off with a guy named Allen Iverson. And the reason that I start with that, the reason I start with Kevin is I just saw the back of the jersey all the time, so I remember Iverson clear as day. But if I went deeper, I would tell you guarding the Hall of Famer Mitch Richmond at a time when he was playing for the Sacramento Kings. They would run an offensive set, much like for Reggie Miller, multiple screens by a bunch of guys who were big and strong. That was not good for me to try to fight through those kind of screens. But if you gave Mitch Richmond 8 inches, 2 points.
And Richmond was strong and had bulk to his body.
Yeah, thanks for reminding me.
I can see the bruises. So the Chicago Bulls able to put up the first points on the board. Williams passes to Anunoby. 3-pointer. It's hauled in by Porzingis. And so it's Porzingis. He'll bring it up for the Chicago Bulls. The pass to DiVincenzo. He kicks to Porter. And some nice ball movement here by Chicago. Here's the Cobra. Chicago with a new 14. And the shot goes in.
Fleshing out his game more and more. I really like seeing Porter go to work inside. They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Porzingis with the block. And here's the fast break. Here's DiVincenzo. No good from outside. Bucks have gone 0 of 3 from the field to start the game. Here's Fultz. Milwaukee, no good that time either.
That's 0 for 4 now. Time to slow it down and maybe get the best possible shot the next time down.
The Cobra passes to DiVincenzo. Off target with his 3. Here's Anunoby, guarded by Porter. Lets a floater go, and the shot will not go from Anunoby. Pass to Porter. And Porter, here we go.
When Porter is attacking, the defense is in trouble. Have to respect his ability to put it on the floor.
Here's Fultz. He's coming off a 13-point game against Indiana.
He also did a masterful job in that game of drawing a lot of fouls, so he's creating havoc for the defense.
Baseline J on the way, and it's Williamson missing. Bulls have gone 50% from the field, hitting 3 of 6 since the opening tip. Up top, Porter passes to the Cobra. It's Chicago with another bucket.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
And Milwaukee calls their first time out of the game.
Trying to snap them out of this little slump.
Well, they can't find the net right now, and all they need, I think, is just to get one to go, get back on track.
Recognize the player of the week in the Eastern Conference, the Cobra.
They say defense wins championships. Well, it also wins awards, and his defense during this stretch has been nothing short of jaw-dropping. He has been disruptive with his challenges and has accounted for a metric ton of turnovers with his ball hockey. You have to give it up to this man.
Chicago leading by 8. Pass to DiVincenzo. They get it back. Out to Porzingis. Tries again. Comes out of the gate empty. He's 0 for 1.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
Here's Fultz. He's been a reliable scorer for him as he's averaging up over 13 points a game. Shot clock at 6. Floats it up for Williams, and it's Williams with the jam.
Yes, that's what I really love about this kid. You know, Williams he's physical, he's explosive, and yes, he plays above the rim. He just brings that nastiness to the game.
Now here's Porzingis. 20 points for him last game against Brooklyn.
I'm not sure in that game if it was him or Dikembe Mutombo out there, guys. I was just hoping to see one finger wave after one of those 4 blocks. No, no, no. Not today.
And he's been way off the mark this quarter. It's been ugly.
So the Bulls, their last game, a win against Brooklyn.
I thought they had a solid game plan coming into that one, and then they made good adjustments along the way.
Well, the great thing about watching that game was that we saw it through their offense, and they showed a few different looks that they settled into and played well.
Here is Porter. Markelle Fultz making his last shot. And they had their chances. 2 offensive rebounds, but they still come up empty. Levine wide open. Here's Williamson. No good on that one. Nice D from Porzingis. Chicago leading by 4. And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Mike Budenholzer and I got a chance to talk for a bit. He knows one key will be slowing down the big Latvian. 7'3" Kristaps Porzingis, who possesses that unprecedented combination of size and ball skills. So they'll try to be physical and try to keep him bottled up as much as possible. Kevin?
Thank you, David.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going this quarter.
Levine against Porter. To the middle. Here's the Cobra. Banked in off the glass. The Cobra's got 6 points.
Well, that basket must be widening out right now, Kevin. He's making almost every shot he's putting up this quarter.
Williams looking around. The pass to Fultz. Milwaukee, no good that time either.
And that one gives them a +5 rebound advantage, Kevin.
First in the East and overall best record with those 60 wins last year. Just a great season and a great...
Second quarter of basketball, about 1 minute played so far. And here's Fultz. Shoots from 12. And that one, good. Fultz has got his 3rd basket of the night. You know, Brent, the Bucks had never lost 3 games in a row all of last season until that Toronto series.
Think about how much that might impact what it is they rely on coming into this year, where they're not going to let that loss last year in the playoffs define them. It's a big learning curve. They had an opportunity. They were that close. They can hold on to that motivation all year long and get back to that opportunity this year in the playoffs. They'd be better for it.
On the court for the Bucks, Hazonia out there with Green. Then it's Markelle Fultz. And it's Gafford in at center, locking down the middle. And the foul called on the Cobra. That's foul number 2 for him. Gafford passes to Green. Here's Fultz.
And you know what? He's just not on his game, no doubt about it. Their deficit isn't totally on him, but he has not been an asset for his team.
Out to the wing. Pass to Cornette. Good ball movement here by the Bulls. 5 to shoot. Here's Harrison. Carries it from three-point range. Harrison's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Harrison. Now here's Green. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Passes it to Fultz. Bell with the block.
At a young age, Bell has proven to be a great shot blocker with tremendous timing.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A plus 10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
Hazonia kicks to Fultz. And the shot is good. Fultz has got 4 points this quarter.
That's nice vision there. You see that pass, you make the feed before the defense has a chance to react, and that opens up a much better opportunity to score.
Here's the Cobra, guarded by Fultz. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It's on Markelle Fultz.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
Bulls shooting their first shots from the stripe in this game.
Bulls, 2 shots.
And the first one drops. Brett, when you look back at all the stars you played against during your career, who was the biggest intimidator?
Well, I think about intimidating players, and the first word that comes to mind is Anthony Mason. I know he wasn't a bona fide star player,
Superstar,
but
right.
You know the role that he had for
Yes,
the
I
teams
do.
that he played with, and Anthony Mason was a player you did not want to be playing against. During my era, most of the years that I had some successes and minutes on the floor, it was certainly Kevin Garnett. The way that KG approached every game, and you spent many seasons watching him very closely. From year 1 to year 18 or 19, KG came at you every game, every night with the same kind of zest and excitement to compete.
Well put. Floyd passes to Harrison. Here's Cornette. Here's Floyd. And the Bulls with another miss.
Not quite enough defense. That time around, just lucky he was off.
Hazonia's shot is off.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. And now a chance to take a look at some numbers for him.
In the last 5 games, you can see the trend upwards for effective field goal percentage. And it shows you how confident he's playing right now.
First free throw is good. The Bulls making a switch here. Porzingis is checked in. Both good from the line that time.
Yeah, nice job of drawing the contact and creating opportunities at the line.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Here's Gafford. And the foul called on the Cobra. And that'll be his third foul so far.
Yeah, looking up at the scoreboard, guys, that's his third foul, and his coach has to consider now sitting him down.
So it's the Bucks now. Here's Levine. Nails the 16-footer. Levine's got his second bucket of the game to go.
Yeah, that's not an assignment that I want there, Kevin. I'd rather do math homework than to try and cover that guy.
Here's the Cobra, and it's blocked. Knocks it loose, and that's out of bounds. Milwaukee will retain possession. Here we are in November, and let's see how things are going out east in the early season. A look at Chicago. They've got the #1 record in the conference, and because of it, each night out, their competition is going to bring it right at them. And, of course, Milwaukee, right now, quite a ways down below.
And seeing where the Bucks are, they've shown me some very good things this season. But that next step, those qualities that could make them true contenders, just haven't been there.
Now, you just don't want to sit in the middle for too long. You either want to be competing against the top teams or starting to strategize where you can position yourself for a high lottery pick and maybe turn around your franchise's fortunes.
Outside, Levine. 6 to shoot. Pass to Trent. There's the 3.
Yeah, still trying to calibrate right now because he had 1 3 in the first quarter, but nothing since.
Floyd. Count the bucket coming off a perfectly placed assist.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
Outside, Levine. Launches a 3. Porzingis with the rebound. Porzingis has got 5 rebounds tonight. Floyd passes to the Cobra. Not going to go that time. Milwaukee has got nothing but zeros from long range in the second quarter. 0 of 4. Now the pass to Gafford. Pass to Trent. The Bucks need to get a shot off here. Milwaukee, no good that time either. The Bulls leading by 23. Passes it to the Cobra. Here's Floyd. Over Levine. Buried from 15 feet out. Floyd's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Yeah, he's going to knock that down if you give it to him. Uncompetitive there defensively.
Defense also looking defeated. The lack of hustle is driving the coaching staff a little bit batty right now. And that's the only kind of defense that's going to cut the mustard here tonight. You got to stay on top of a guy like that who can play at such a high level offensively.
Pass to the Cobra. Back to Harrison. Goes back up. And no good that time. Nice D from Levine. Here's Trent. It's Hezonja in the corner. And that one's on target from the wing.
Of all the action happening there, Kevin, it's the assist that jumps out to me there. That's just a great look and a great setup for the bucket.
And the first time out of the game called for Chicago. When it comes to hustle, effort, who would you put on the floor to get those 50-50 balls that are just so important? And sometimes, with the win-or-loss in the balance.
And I watch Kawhi Leonard, and even though he's a superstar player, there's still some efficiency in his action to go and get that ball. He just never stops. He never stops. And so, yeah, he might not get dirty, but he doesn't have to because he outsmarts everybody else to get to it. And we have scrappy guys like Marcus Smart and Patrick Beverly, who we've talked about as being nuisances on the court, but those guys are invaluable to any coaching staff, and when they have those kind of plays, it just gets everybody going and brings a level of energy back to the game.
It does energize it. You're exactly right. And so it's the Chicago Bulls cruising into the quarter break with a 22-point lead. They've been playing some inspired defense, giving up very few easy points. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks very much. Warren, it looks like you guys are giving them a lot of different looks offensively. Is that the key to the lead?
Yeah, you know, if every player on the court is dangerous for basket, then it's much easier for us, you know. And for defense, it's tough.
Thanks, Warren. We'll see you in the second half. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. And stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter started.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson alongside Shaquille O'Neal and the Jet, Kenny Smith. Let's get to it. Chicago was looking great right away. They had great chemistry early on, both offensively and defensively, stringing together an impressive 8-0 run to jump on top early. Big-time offense for them was the theme, and at the end of quarter one, they were up by 16. Then in quarter number two, they actually increased their intensity to pull further out in front, finishing with a double-digit advantage at the half. And Kenny, what did you think about what you saw from Chicago?
Well, the bench came in and helped them run away with a tremendous job of getting loose, getting open, and drilling shots. You always want that spark off the bench, and these guys delivered.
And you, big fella, let's get your thoughts on the Bucks.
Well, they got to do a better job on the glass. Ernie, they got outworked. They were weak physically. That's part of how they fell behind in this game. I think if they can control those things, they'll be okay, Ernie.
That's all for now. Say goodbye to the folks. Thanks for joining us. Third quarter, just about ready to begin.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. Nice game, great performance by the Cobra.
And the way he goes at defenders, he is bound to get to the line just like he did there in that first half.
Yeah, almost inviting contact, that attack mentality on full display.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. Our second half of basketball, and presented by Gatorade. Let's see who's all fueled up and on the floor to start the third. So for Chicago right now, Porzingis is out there with Otto Porter Jr. Then it's Michael Porter, and it's the Cobra, and it's DiVincenzo in at the 2. The Cobra, and oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. And here's a look at some of the most multi-dimensional players in the NBA. Not only can they pass, they can fill it up, the highest scoring point guards this season. And you look at the Cobra, second in the league, having an excellent season.
And this is a group of guys who have that uncanny knack to simply score and put points up while they find ways to get the rest of the team involved. Really the complete package.
Well, he is the modern point guard defined. Players who aren't just out there to direct traffic and keep the ball moving, but guys who can be the entire offense at times by themselves. Just tremendous scorers.
He's perfect from the line this time. Buck shooting 31%, not looking sharp offensively to say the least. Now Fultz. Here's Williams, and foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Well, he is a behemoth in the paint. Once Williams establishes himself, you almost have to foul him.
The Bucks have missed a few free throws up to this point, shooting 4 of 7 from the foul line tonight. And that one falls for Williams.
You know, he just plays with such tenacity on both ends. Williams is a rising talent who wants to prove he belongs.
Second free throw, no good. And so it's Porzingis. He'll bring it up for the Bulls. And at home for the next game, it'll be Detroit pulling into town. And that's the third of 4 straight played at home.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Well, I know they don't have mobile devices out there for texting, so they might as well talk to one another, Greg.
One shot.
Fultz with the ball. Knocked away. And it's out of bounds. The Bucks able to retain possession here.
And a moment to see numbers for the Cobra. 3rd in assists, 4th in scoring, and he's a defensive ball hawk. You can't let your guard down. Remember, he's 10th in the league in steals per game.
And as you mentioned, top 3 in assists right now. He does a great job of running the offense, spotting the open guy, and making the sound delivery. Shot from 12, and the shot goes in from Fultz. Fultz has got 10 points.
And even when the D is right up on him, Fultz can still get it done. Isn't afraid to shoot amongst the trees.
The Cobra passes to Porzingis, and it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Williams. And here in the second half of play, we're just over a minute in. Here's the Cobra, guarded by Fultz. The Cobra passes to Porter. On the clock.
And he's trying to shoot his way out of it. You know, they have the lead, but honestly, I think it might help if he'd be a little bit more selective tonight.
Levine kicks to Fultz. A three-pointer, no good. The Bulls shooting straight 49% from the field. Here's DiVincenzo. It's tipped.
And if Williamson's in the area, you better be careful. When you aren't, he's going to stifle you on the offensive end. And they're 1 of 4 here to start the second half. And how much fun is it to watch this kid? I call Zion Williamson a kid, even though he goes about 280. And he has a certain composure that really belies his years.
And with Williamson, it's not just the obvious stuff that impresses you, Greg. It's the little things as well, the attention to detail.
You know, Kevin, one thing that stands out to me, every time I see this young man, the eye-hand coordination, whether it's on steals, deflections, block shots, he always seems to pick it cleanly.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
Bucks have gotten just one of their first 4 shots to fall since coming out of the locker room with the break. The pass to Levine. There's the triple. Milwaukee, no good that time either.
1 of 5 here, Kevin, to start the half. Their offense looks like it's shrinking right now.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
And the foul called on the Cobra. That will get him his 4th foul of the game.
I don't know if you push the panic button now, but that's the 4th personal. And he needs to stay aggressive out there. So going to be interesting to see how he plays moving forward.
Outside, Levine. Milwaukee, no good that time either.
It's another just bad decision on a night full of those. His shot selection tonight has been questionable at best.
It's stolen by Fultz. Now here's Levine. He's tightly guarded. Three-pointer on the way. That's good from Fultz on the assist by Levine. Fultz has got 5 points now this quarter. 3 minutes gone now in the third quarter. Porter passes to the Cobra. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It's on Markelle Fultz.
We're still waiting for that first miss from the line this half.
For Chicago, they have been a perfect 8 of 8 at the line.
And how about as a group, 80% on the season, one of their best attributes.
And the first one at the line is good. He hits one, then misses the second attempt from the free throw line.
And maybe the most popular player to enter the league since social media became truly pervasive. Zion Williamson handles it with class. He really appreciates his teammates and his coaches and really respects the game.
Just 4 to shoot. Fultz kicks to Anunoby. Fires the 3. Porter pulls it in. Porter's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one.
And Williamson, such a unique prospect from a physical standpoint, can get anything he wants in that paint.
And talking to stars in this league, even they want to see what Williamson's going to do next.
Sure. We talk about the leaping ability at his size, the handles, the shot making. But what really stands out when you watch him live, the instincts. Being at the right place at the right time and always seeming to make the right play.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, last season the G League tested out an expansion of the clear path rule. And now that expansion is making its way to the NBA. It should discourage those intentional fouls that slow up teams on the fast break. Fans wanted it, and analysts clamored for it. And that will allow the amazing athletes in this league more opportunities to show what they can do in the fast break.
Here's the Cobra. Setting the floor for the Bucks. We've got Anunoby. Levine is out there with Fultz. Then there's Williamson. And it's Williams at the 5 spot. Near the 3-point line, it's Porter, and the jumper falls for him. And it's Fultz with the ball for Milwaukee. After this game wraps up, they're off to Atlanta where they'll take on the Hawks. That'll be the 3rd game of this 3-game road trip. Here's Anunoby. The kick out to Williams. It's rebounded by Porzingis. Porzingis has got rebound number 13 with that last one. Took him no time at all on that one.
And not just a scorer, but a distributor as well. Porter's court awareness is really impressive.
Fultz the pass to Williamson. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. Where people talk about a player's mileage limit. Do you think total games is the most accurate assessment in that?
I don't think so, Kevin.
What is it?
It's the amount of minutes that
Fourth quarter of play, and we're about 2.5 minutes through it right now. Pass to Fultz. Outside, Levine. Passes it to Williams. Anunoby kicks to Levine. Shot clock at 5. High, arcing shot. Porzingis with the block.
Yeah, good luck getting a shot over the 7-foot, 6-inch tall wingspan of Kristaps Porzingis.
Here's DiVincenzo. Here's the Cobra. And the 3-ball is good. The Cobra's got 9 points now in just the second half.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
That's tipped. Here's Levine, and he makes that one.
And when the size advantage is as big as it was there, I mean, that's exactly what he's supposed to do in that situation.
To the paint. Here's the Cobra. Another one falls for Chicago.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
Basketball IQ is something that gets talked about, but its importance to a team showing up here, running plays that turn into scores.
Anunoby. No good on the triple.
Well, he wants to shoot his way out of this cold spell, but the struggles continue.
Yeah, he's got to move on, forget about this sequence here, and try to find a way to get on the board.
Straight rim rocker.
It looked like the Greg for a second, like he might rip the cylinder loose. The Bucks have gone 3 of 7 from the floor in the fourth. That's a 42% mark in the quarter. And the foul called on the Cobra. That will be foul number 5 on him.
And that's 5. One more, and he'll be disqualified. Got to be more careful.
Here's Fultz. And a miss there on the triple. Bulls have gone 6 of 9 on their field goal attempts since the start of the fourth quarter. Here's the Cobra. It's Chicago with another bucket.
Guys, his consistency in terms of shooting has really helped them seize control.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
And it's Otto Porter with the foul.
Otto Porter.
That's foul number 2 for him. And bird right's an important element in structuring the salary cap. Can you tell the viewers exactly what that means?
What it means, Kevin, is you have the ability to go into the above the tax to sign your own player, and so it doesn't cost you in terms of tax dollars. So player finishes his season, you have bird rights on that player. You can negotiate a number that's not going to impact your bottom line and cut into your salary cap. So very important when teams are maneuvering around and trying to get players on their roster for a season or two, that after that second season or third season over, that the bird rights still remain for them to extend him even further to keep him around the culture.
And that one's good, Williamson.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
Yeah, the coach pretty smart for zoning in on him and giving him opportunities to stay with that confident play. Not great numbers, but great effort in this one. Sounds funny, but I think he's been a positive for them.
And really an underrated playmaker. Williamson with good court vision and solid decision-making.
Some nice ball movement by the Bulls. Here's the Cobra. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
And I think that one could have easily have fallen for him.
Here's Anunoby, guarded by Porter. And that one's good, Williamson.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
Chicago leading by 22. Outside Porter. Pass to DiVincenzo. Over Levine. DiVincenzo gets the bucket. DiVincenzo's got 6 in the quarter.
I mean, could we say he was playing possum a bit there in the first half? Because it seems to be a different guy out there, way more assertive.
13 feet away. Tried to bank it in, but he misses.
Well, if you believe in the numbers, that mid-range shot is not a high-value shot, even with little or no defense on you. Could come down to selection. Bad shots in the first half. Here in the second, using his head, finding some more efficient opportunities to score.
And they call the foul, so he's got the and one. When it comes to choosing, Brent, the MVP, the Coach of the Year, the Rookie of the Year, all these different great awards, do you like the current voting structure for these big awards right now?
I don't mind the current voting structure. I don't know how you get away from what it is that, in terms of handing people ballots to figure out who it is that they think have earned those awards throughout the year, Kevin. What I don't like about the structure is that you have media members who are voting on things that have huge financial ramifications for organizations. And when that stuff happens with a player who's going to earn a supermax contract because he made an all-NBA team, what you're going to start doing is restricting smaller market teams from being able to afford the ability to keep their star player with the team. And so that needs to be fixed and fixed immediately.
I do not like the media. Wait a minute.
Wait.
I am the media.
You are the media, Kevin.
Strike that. Let's rewind.
Can we delete that?
The first one falls.
Substitution on the court.
That's good from Jackson. And here's Dragic. Inside, here's the Cobra, and he dumps it down.
And nice court vision from Dragic there to get a great look at the bucket.
And so it's Milwaukee with it. Levine kicks to Jackson. Rebound by the Bulls.
And if that's the best look you can get on a possession, what a waste of a trip down the floor.
Yeah, see the coach? He's got that frown on his face. I think we know why. Not a high percentage look. That's the guy they're going to keep going to, as they should. The lead's only going up if they keep feeding him.
It's stolen. Oh, and here comes Dragic all alone. Basket good.
Boy, you have to be impressed with the offensive production. They have got it firing on all cylinders.
I mean, this team is just dangerous. Right now, every shot that they're putting up feels like it's going in.
There's the pass to Jackson. And the Bucks miss again. And here are the Bulls now. They're on an 18-5 run. Dragic the pass to Porter. Here's the Cobra. And out of bounds as the Bucks gain possession.
That's tough because that one's preventable. The defense has nothing to do at all with.
Porzingis passes to DiVincenzo. Over to the left wing. Another shot. And Porzingis with the lay-in.
Impressive job by the players, coaches, and don't discount the impact of these fans.
Awesome to see their output tonight, trying to urge their team on, and that can always help. That home advantage of home fans getting you going, fully on display here.
Here's Green. Puts up a three, and there's the call on Zion Williamson. That's his first foul. And so Chicago takes this one, and by a big margin. It was a tale of two teams tonight, one that was in total control, operating flawlessly, and the other just searching for answers that they could never find.
I mean, the energy here is just so tremendous. Fans involved from the get-go, and once they started to really pour it on, it was fun to see that rhythm and flow from their perspective.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much. Goran, what has been the key to the success of this team lately and the key tonight?
In the last two games, everybody is playing for each other. You know, we're sharing the ball, we are active in defense, and we run. I think so. Last two games, that was the key. Everybody was involved, everybody was shooting the ball well, and here's the result.
Yeah, everything's working really well for you right now. Thanks for the time. Back to you, Kevin.
David, thank you as always. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Brent Barry, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan, along with our 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. And we'll see you next time.